We should have listened, because something was waiting for us down there, something that never lets you leave. There were 5 of us in our friend group: me, Eric, Jenna, Luis, and Kate. We'd been urban explorers for years, sneaking into abandoned buildings, forgotten hospitals, and old sewer systems, chasing that adrenaline rush. But there was one place we'd always avoided: the city's old underground tunnel network. People whispered that whoever went in never came out, and the stories that circled around were full of warnings and disappearances. Of course, eventually, we decided to test it ourselves. Curiosity got the best of us. Armed with flashlights, cameras, and an overconfident sense of adventure, we made our way to the entrance, a rusted iron gate hidden in an overgrown lot on the edge of the city. We pried it open and stepped into the darkness. The air inside was thick, damp, and heavy, almost as if the tunnel itself was breathing. Our laughter and jokes quickly died out as we descended further, the light from our flashlights barely cutting through the dark. It was unnervingly quiet, except for the occasional drip of water echoing off the stone walls. As we moved deeper, the walls began to change. Strange symbols were scratched into the stone, spiraling and overlapping in ways that made my eyes ache if I looked too long. "Anyone else getting a bad feeling about this?" Kate whispered. But none of us wanted to admit we were scared. We kept going. Then, we found it. We entered a wide chamber, and in the middle of the floor lay a collection of tattered clothes, broken flashlights, and empty backpacks. Belongings left behind, a chilling testament to those who had come before us. But before we could react, Jenna's flashlight flickered and went out. We all turned to check on her, but she was frozen, staring at something further down the tunnel. "Jenna?" Luis asked, stepping closer. She didn't respond. Her breathing had gone shallow, and her eyes were wide, pupils dilated. She just kept staring. "What are you looking at?" he asked again, but she slowly turned to us, and the look on her face, it was pure madness. Her mouth twisted into a deranged grin, and she started laughing, a deep, broken sound that echoed around the chamber. "Don't look!" she shrieked, but it was too late. Eric, always the one to jump in first, had already turned to see what she had seen. His flashlight fell from his hands, and he grabbed his head, letting out a scream that sent chills down my spine. "Get it out of my head!" he screamed, eyes wide with terror. Luis and I backed away, not daring to look. Kate was hyperventilating beside me, whispering over and over. What did they see? But Jenna and Eric wouldn't stop. Jenna had started scratching at her own face, as if trying to claw something away, while Eric was thrashing around, his screams echoing off the walls. Whatever they had seen in that darkness had shattered their minds. Then I heard it, a scraping, slithering noise, coming closer. The sound of something huge moving through the tunnel, something that we couldn't let ourselves see. "Don't look at it!" I shouted, grabbing Kate's arm and pulling her back the way we came. Luis followed, tears streaming down his face. We didn't look back. We didn't dare. We ran until the tunnel spat us out into the pale light of dawn, gasping for breath, the horror still pulsing in our minds. But something felt different. We stumbled home, shaken, and tried to resume life as normal, but it was impossible. Kate began to sleepwalk, whispering about the shadows she could feel crawling under her skin. Luis grew distant, muttering to himself, his eyes unfocused, like he was listening to something no one else could hear. Then one night, I woke up to find myself standing in front of a mirror, staring into my own eyes. But they weren't mine. They were dark, empty, filled with something that watched from the other side. And for the first time, I noticed the symbols, the same ones from the tunnels, etched faintly into the skin around my neck like scars. The realization hit me hard. We hadn't escaped. We'd brought something back with us, or maybe it had taken us, hollowed us out from the inside. I tried to call Kate, but her line was dead. Luis's parents said he'd disappeared, just walked out of his house one night and never came back. And then, one by one, we started returning to the tunnels, drawn back, possessed, becoming part of the darkness that had claimed us. Now, it's my turn. My hand, no longer entirely my own, grips the flashlight as I head back to that rusted gate, footsteps echoing in the silence. I know I won't be coming out again. We never do. But when the next group of explorers comes down, they'll hear whispers, maybe catch glimpses of us, and wonder what happened to the 5 who never returned. And by then, it'll be too late for them, too.